guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with a first time guest. Been a long time coming. I got my man Big O on the channel, the Graveyard God. Big O, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey Ash, happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you on finally, dude. You've been, tweeting up a storm for it feels like years now. Just always the top of the ladder, playing Graveyard. First of all, you're a German pro, is that correct? Or
Yes, exactly.
awesome, man. Another you can add to the long list, of German pedigree. Kind of like a big. Who's a better Graveyard player? You or Big Spin? I'm gonna put you on the spot right off the bat.
I would never say that I'm better, but I also wouldn't say that he is.
I like that. I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Just because he isn't here.
yeah, right? So, nah, but in all seriousness, man, it's awesome to have you on the channel for the first time. And this is the deck we're going to be covering. You love this deck. It's kind of like the new splashyard, right?
Yes, it is.
And it has that OP combo, like NATO, Ice Wiz, NATO, Dark Prince, NATO, Baby Dragon. Like, what card, just out of curiosity, do you find yourself comboing NATO with the most? Is it Ice Wiz or Baby Dragon? Or it doesn't...
I would say in general, it's the Baby Dragon, because there's so much lightning being played, and Baby Dragon is just more lightning resistant.
Speaking of lightning, too, you said this is the most difficult matchup that you're faced so far, the Royal Giant lightning deck, right?
It's one of the more difficult ones, yeah.
Yeah, and you said something interesting. I'm going to put this, while we just kind of get to know you a little bit, and I'm going to put this replay on the background to give my viewers a sense of how you tackle this matchup, but you said something interesting off air that I want to share with my viewers. You said that a matchup like this, like a Royal Giant Lightning or any strong Lightning deck, is actually scares you more than a Poison matchup. Can you talk a little bit about why? Because to me, not being a Graveyard player, it seems like a Poison deck would just be the worst.
Yeah, it's actually quite simple, because Lightning does not counter the Graveyard as such, but it counters you when you try to defend, because it kills the Ice Wiz, it almost kills the Baby Dragon, and it completely kills the Tombstone. Whereas a Poison, for example, talking about your P.E.K.K.A deck that you're playing, when you use your Poison on defense, for example, you can't break through on offense. And if you use it on offense, then I can really punish you when I'm on offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean all too well, because it's funny, because you're right, the deck that I play with P.E.K.K.A Bridge Spam, on paper, it looks like it would do well against Graveyard, but against a good Graveyard player, they can usually beat me just for the reason that you said. Like, I can't get through offensively without using my Poison, oftentimes.
Yeah.
So this, now you can see why Lightning kind of bothers you, but I want to kind of backtrack a second here before we talk about this specific deck, and we're going to be playing live ladder matches throughout the rest of this video after this replay, guys. But what would you say was there a moment in your kind of trajectory as a player that what turned you on to Graveyard, number one, and was there a moment where you're like, wow, now I just took my game to the next level because of this?
When did I start playing Graveyard, and why do I love it? I'd say I was always a control player. I used to play minor Poison, but I always felt like the control aspect of Graveyard is just a lot bigger, because you have the building, you have two. With the Dark Prince, you actually have 3 splash units, and minor Poison is more an offensive deck, whereas Graveyard just has the perfect defense.
Yeah, so like all you do, I'm assuming, going into the tips a little bit here, is with this deck especially, you're just playing ultra defensively and picking and choosing your spots for Graveyard? Yeah,
you are very patient, and as soon as you know what the opponent has in hand, like what counters he has, and when you are sure that you are not overcommitting, that's when you go in.
Awesome. And how long have you been playing the game in general?
3 years.
Awesome. So, and I keep saying awesome to everything you say, I realize that. But I'm curious about Graveyard. When you look at, like, say, one of your clanmates or just a random player, like a noob YouTuber like yours truly, and you see them playing Graveyard, like, what do you think? This might be a difficult question, but are there any like common mistakes or things that do you see maybe novice Graveyard players doing that you think that they ought to know not to do?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty simple question. What I see many people do, because that's what I get texted in DMs all the time. Like, how do I win this matchup? For the most part, I'd say, for example, against Mortar or other decks with spam, people use Graveyard far too quickly. Like, they don't wait until they have the elixir for Poison, or they don't know the counters. then they just play it and get punished real hard, and then from that point on, the game is pretty much lost. They aren't patient enough.
So how do you know? I mean, this is a tricky question because obviously it's matchup dependent and stuff, and scenario dependent. But how do you know when the right time to use Graveyard is? It's a basic question, but what can you tell my viewers to better kind of get a sense for that?
Well, I'd say when you are counter pushing, that's the first version. Like when you have backup troops, like he went in with Royal Giant, your troops are still alive, and then you just counter push. That's the first scenario. The second one would be when you already have a building down, a tombstone, for example, maybe an ice whiz in the back, and then when you go aggressive, then you still have backup troops that will kind of save you when you go on offense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think these are actually really helpful tips so far, Big O. And why don't you go ahead and let's hop into the live ladder. But I just have one more question on Graveyard, because you said playing slow and ultra kind of conservatively control archetype is really important. But I'm curious, against like a Golem deck or a Lava Hound deck, do you advise like going opposite lane aggressively with Graveyard like Dark Prince or something, or is that just way too big of an investment?
In single elixir, I'd recommend against Golem, unless you have a tombstone down and an elixir lead, I'd say better defend first and then try to punish him with the backup troops. In double elixir, you can actually commit a Dark Prince and Graveyard opposite lane.
Okay, great. Well, okay, let's go ahead and hop in, man. It might take a little while to search, so we'll edit here and hop into our first match, do some live matches. All right, here we go against the Calvary. All right, that took a while to find that match, but the most important question, Big O, is what's your favorite emote, man?
The Burning Goblin.
Burning Goblin. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's maybe my second favorite emote. Burning Goblin's pretty solid. I think he's probably the most popular emote.
Which one is yours?
Oh man, my favorite is obviously, you see it right here. Boom. No,
I can't see it.
Oh,
which one is it?
Right there. You can't see it cheering for you?
No, I don't know why.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the Inferno Tower emote, man.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's the worst. I think it's the worst emote in the game. Well, at least I did. But then because of that, because it was so bad, it almost became good in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like no one's favorite emote was the Inferno Tower, so I made it my own emote. So now I love it.
Okay.
It's like the ugly. It's like an ugly child or something. You love it even more, you know? Anyway, here we go, into the match. So you're going against Giant Double Prince. What do you think of this matchup? I mean, assuming he has Fireball here, right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty even.
Okay.
Depends whether he's got minions.
What percentage would you say of your matchups go into sudden death overtime?
50, maybe.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, like, it must be a lot, right? Because...
Yeah.
Of just how control, yeah.
Okay, minions. We'll see. Yeah, we just don't want to take too much damage here. Okay. He might go giant in the back, but I could technically punish him because he doesn't have minions anymore. Okay, that's a good giant. Like, if he went giant all the way in the back, I would have punished him real hard.
Okay. So now instead just setting up for defense here.
Yeah.
Now in your mind right now, are you thinking like possible counter push off this, or do you just wait? Is it kind of a spur of the moment to see what you have still left alive?
Exactly, but I think I'm going in, then just poison the minions.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, bad fireball.
Very bad fireball. I mean, that's not really going to do much for him. And plus, he really... What really hurt on that fireball is not that he used it. It was that he could have had like a big giant push at this point instead. But anyway.
Yeah. He should have hit the baby dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean when I said that you need to know what the opponent has got. Like, I always knew that he's had minions. And just because of that, I never went in without a poison spell, for example. And this really helped me.
Yeah, it's those little things that sometimes, this is why I love like voice interviews. I try to do like 50-50 here on the channel, but this is why I love having you on, because it's like those little things that you don't really, me and my viewers, sometimes you don't always catch. Like, I never would play Graveyard without poison, and that was helpful. All right, let's go ahead and go into another one, man.
Yeah.
Here we go. Match number 2 underway.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I asked you. Did I ask you last match about pushing same lane? I think I did, right? So you
Yes, you
basically,
did.
in terms of like rules for this deck, do you want the enemy to attack first? That way they can establish the lane that you're trying to attack.
Yeah, but you should also switch lanes if they do. Like against
Okay.
2.6, this will be 2.6, for example.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
You want to be switching lanes here and there.
Okay, and I'm sure we'll see that live. 2.6 is my most hated matchup to go against, man. Like, because it always beats my deck. I don't think there's any way. I don't know how much you know about P.E.K.K.A decks, but like I asked Lucas, I asked Mikkel, and they're just like, nah, a good 2.6 player will always beat a P.E.K.K.A Bridge player. All right.
Yeah, but Evan, for example,
I
see, LD Storm, I see them beating it quite often, actually.
Beating 2.6?
Yeah, maybe not Lucas and maybe not Jack, but
yeah,
they do beat it occasionally.
And what method do they... Nice activation there, but what method do they do? Do they just build like a huge push behind the P.E.K.K.A?
Well, I don't know exactly how to do it, but...
Another video for another day, but yeah, okay. But it's possible, okay. You give me hope.
I'm no P.E.K.K.A expert, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so you start off with the activation there. This guy thinks it's really funny. Real funny.
Yeah, I got him muted.
Okay, yeah. I don't blame you. I can't. Oh, actually, I guess if you mute, it's muted for me, maybe. Because now he's stopped.
No.
Okay.
I had him muted the whole time already.
Okay, forget it. Alright.
Okay, we'll go with the Ice Wiz over here just so he won't be able to fireball. Okay. Kind of messed it up, but it doesn't really matter. He'll go opposite lane maybe with a Hawk. We'll see. No. Yeah, I'm just trying to mount a big push. Like, okay. I really need to get a tank across the bridge, and I don't want to place a defensive tombstone because he'll just take it and fireball. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, we missed the log. Gives you a nice poison opportunity here, and you should go into the damage lead. Or actually, he has a slight lead. This is so difficult, man. Like I said, I hate 2.6.
Yeah, but it's a good matchup for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's true, because you do have the NATO and the tombstone.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Poison, obviously, for Graveyard. Now, he cycles so fast, obviously. Are you going to... Let me deal with this first.
Yeah.
Nice. So are you going to... Obviously, you didn't poison that time. When is the right and the wrong time to poison here on with your... Okay, well, you use it there. Is there a right and wrong time to poison?
Yeah, you want to poison this Musketeer. Pretty much nothing else.
Okay.
And... Yeah, that's it, basically.
Gotcha,
That's when I poison.
Yep.
Oh, good Dark Prince.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, right? Do you think that... Where do you stand on Dark Prince? Do you think that he's too strong, or...
Slightly, yeah. He's not like the Night Witch.
Yeah.
How it used to be, or the Royal Recruits.
Yeah.
That's certainly not. But he's slightly too strong.
I would agree, though. I think that...
You would call it a haircut. That's what he did.
Yes, I would call it a haircut. Sorry about that, guys. I need to replace my Elgato thing. I had like a little glitch there, but we're fine. But yes, I would call it a slight haircut to maybe Dark Prince. But yeah, you're right. I think that those are the most OP cards ever introduced to the game, where Recruits, Night Witch, and maybe like Executioner before they emergency nerfed him. But yeah, definitely.
He's doing a good job over here.
Yeah. He's blocking your troops at the bridge. Is that why he's doing a good job, mainly?
Yeah. He's not giving me too much poison value, but now we can go in finally.
Okay.
Now I can also poison his Musketeer.
Nice. There you go. Getting some nice hits there with skeletons as well. 1 minute left, though.
Yeah, the big mistake that he's making is certainly that he's not going opposite lane. That's what most 2.6 players do. Or now he does it, but now it's like, it doesn't make that much sense.
Yeah. So here the situation I'm sure you're very well acquainted with. It's late in the match here, and it might be a draw. So, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so are you going like extra aggressive here towards the end?
Yeah, when I know that he can't really punish me that hard, I try to do so. Oh, I failed the tombstone, but should be fine.
24 seconds left. One more graveyard poison in you.
Yeah.
Gotta be a draw.
Oh, yeah. He's really
blocking that lane up. Yep.
Yeah, he's sweating. He's happy about it.
Yeah, he is. But you can tell... I think that even... Oh, so close! 1 second left.
My God. Yeah.
Oh, man. Man, you had him, obviously. But I think that the nice thing there that you illustrated is how to handle that matchup, even if it was a draw at the end.
Yeah.
All right, let's do another one, man.
Yeah, obviously he was very good, but
yeah,
you just have to be very passive there. You don't want to go in with graveyard without a tank, or you don't want to have a Hog Rider hitting your tower without having a native for him or a tombstone. That is very important.
All right, sounds good. Now, here we go. All right, going into the next one here against Ivana. Mortar deck, cool. So I wanted to ask you too, what do you think of the state of graveyard right now? A lot of people are saying that it's in like a really bad spot. Obviously, you're having success with it. How do you feel about the state of the archetype in general?
I'd say like graveyard in general, like the card and the deck, it is not weak at all, but the counters have become too strong. For example, Expo, for example, Lava Hound, without 3M, like last season, for example. There was so much Lava Hound that there was almost no room for graveyard to live.
Yes. And you think that Lava Hound is another, like, one of the most difficult matchups for it?
Absolutely, that's like the worst one.
Well, hey, I suck at Lava Hound. Do you want to play me and just show the best method of trying to beat it after this?
I don't think that this will really make sense. Like, I lose 80% against it at least.
Okay, really? So it's that bad, huh?
Yeah, like Lava Hound with Inferno D and Poison, you can do there's almost nothing you can do.
Okay, what about like classic Lava Loon though?
It's easier. It's certainly easier.
Okay. All right, so this matchup here, what is your strategy going to be against Mortar Miner?
Yeah, remain very passive.
Yeah, you can see
like
again. Yep.
Yeah, you never want to go in without a graveyard. With graveyard without a poison spell.
Okay.
That is like the most important thing. Okay, here I could have activated the King Tower, but I went with the Barbaro prediction. This kind of cost me the activation.
Got you.
But that's very important too. I hope. I don't know. Has he shown a fireball already?
He has not shown a fireball.
Oh, here he goes.
There we go. Right on cue.
Yeah, that was obvious. Okay, he might go with Mortar. We'll see. Oh, he thought I'm going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm going in. Like now where he tried to block my troops and I didn't go in, I can like really punish him.
Got you.
Okay, we'll see.
And again, like you said, always saving that poison there, obviously seeing the value. And if you see his deck, obviously, you know, everything that he has to counter aside from the log is poisonable.
Yeah.
And you're switching lanes too, depending on where he's attacking.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very important too. Oh, good mine on this part.
Yep. Still not taking a ton of damage here. So here we go. 3 seconds left. And again, going into overtime. Nice poison there.
Yeah, Mortar can be very tricky too, but at least he does not have Goblin. How do you call it? Dark Goblin, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, true. Because Dark Goblin, they can put like in a perch way behind their King Tower. And
oh, bad miner. Okay.
He's being very aggressive with his fireballs here.
Yeah, but it's good for him that he's doing it. That's
Okay.
how you win this matchup. Me, on the other hand, I have to be very passive. Okay.
So this is a counter push here, or no?
Hopefully I can go in this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Nice NATO. Baby Dragon cleans that up nicely. There we go. There's some damage. Some serious damage, man. Whoa.
Yeah, that's GG. That's
nice. Well played there on that last push there.
Yeah.
And it was really the Baby Dragon Ice Whiz combo that took down that left tower.
Yeah, that's the power of Graveyard. You can like be behind as long as you don't lose a tower. You can be behind like pretty much the whole game, and then 30 seconds you can just switch everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What do you think about Graveyard Freeze? Like, what do you think of that? Is that dead to you? Do you like it? Is it all right? How do you feel about it?
Well, I'd say it's all right when Poison is banned and competitive, for example.
But Poison's just too strong against that deck for it to be like your favorite.
Yeah, and Freeze in general, like with other decks, it just doesn't work very well unless you're Anaban.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys, I'm going to play against Big O using Lava Loon, and he's going to show us kind of the best method to go against it. So here we go. You ready, man?
Let's go.
Let's do this. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
Good luck. And then I'll give you the, there it is. That's the best one right there, man.
Well, now I think about it, at least from the emotes that I have, I'd say this one is my favorite one.
That one? Yeah, that's pretty good. You don't see that one a lot.
Yeah, it kind of stands for Graveyard for me.
I guess you. All right, so tell us about, obviously I'm just going to play some mediocre Lava Loon against you. The classic Bochum. Can you say it correctly? Because since you're German and you're on? Okay.
Yeah, Bochum.
Bochum.
No, I think it's difficult to explain.
Man, that sucked. Okay. So besides me not doing anything against the Dark Prince, what is your main strategy going to be here in this matchup?
Try to activate my King Tower, not to give you too much value with your Fireball. Like now, for example, I can activate it really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying not to take too much damage.
Yeah.
Now I can't really go in. I can't really go in because of your minions.
Yeah, and I took so much damage there on that stupid Dark Prince.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's tough though, like even on my end, because all I had was guards and tombstone for him, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll just kite it and then.
Oof! Oh my god!
I'm not even using Graveyard.
That felt so dirty. I should have just given you the tower, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see what you do now.
Yeah, well, I know you have NATO, unfortunately. And Ice Whiz. Dude, how do I break through this crap?
Well, maybe the Lava Loon play is that I'm playing it just very good.
I told you I suck. Alright.
Okay, we'll see. Now I can't really go in Graveyard because one tower is down, but usually I would be going in now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what you do. Yeah.
You have so much splash that it's more difficult than I thought it was going to be. You know?
Yeah, it's like a lot more difficult when you have Baby Dragon and Flying Machine, Poison Spell, Inferno Dragon. These are like the cards that make things really ugly.
Ooh, that didn't go well. Let's see. Oh, don't give me false hope, man. Oh, man.
That was close, man.
That was very close. But man, that was you really whooped me there, man. So what could I have done differently? You didn't even use Graveyard.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you should have used the Tombstone differently. Like the first one you placed in a way that my Dark Prince could bypass it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You should have went like 3 tiles from the river, so it would always intercept it.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
fireball my tombstone, the first one, then I couldn't have pulled the balloon to the king tower, and yeah, just be more aggressive. Like,
okay, well, I told you I sucked at a fair warning that I hate Lavalude, but at least you showed us a good template. So, man, thank you so much for coming on the channel, bro. I really appreciate you you coming on, teaching us your ways with the graveyard deck. And any final like tips that we didn't cover in the video, or any shout outs or anything like that before we let you go?
Yeah, maybe some starting plays. Like,
sure,
try to always have one splash dealer on your hand. For example, unless you're playing Dark Prince, it's very important that you have at least the Ice Wiz or Baby Dragon on the hand.
Okay.
Or when you going against 2.6, don't forget that you need at least Tornado or the Tombstone. And yeah, try to stay passive.
Okay, so stay passive and don't get caught without at least one splash dealer in hand.
Against certain decks, yes.
Sure, but if you don't know the deck, then yeah, play it safe. Keep your splashers. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Well, Big O, thank you so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate you you sharing the deck with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No problem. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Check out Big O's player stats and profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com. Check out that in the show notes below, along with the deck link if you guys want to give it a try, give the deck a try, excuse me, yourselves. And, of course, a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out Bren's information in the description. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.